Hi everyone. Here we go. Good evening, everyone. This is Anastasia, and I wanted to come on here tonight and do some mini clearings for folks. I'm just, if you can be patient with me for just one moment. So I just want to, okay, great. Be able to come over here and check out any comments that people leave. Okay, so it is Sunday, October 12th, and it's been a rainy day here. Not too cold, but just rainy, light rain. I think we're going to get some heavier rain tonight. So if anyone cares to join me, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to be using my pendulum and my workbook, the workbook that I use to do my transformation sessions, which is using the modality SuperConnection. And if anyone wants a clearing, all you have to do is drop your name in the comments. I'm going to clear some fear-based words or energies. I'll probably give you about 5 or so words to clear, and then I will replace with love-based words. So you just need to sit back and relax to receive. And then this is something, I'm going to do something a little new tonight. Several years ago, I was coming on and doing lives where I was working with frequency numbers. I was calling it quantum frequency numbers. I had a deck that I was working with and sharing how numbers have healing frequencies to them. And just by saying a sequence of numbers, there is healing energy that is passed along to you. So at that point, I was using card decks or a card deck with numbers. Very, very effective. I still have the card deck, still love it. And then I had come across somebody that had done their own work with frequency numbers. So I was using those numbers, and I still love that system, really love it. Last year I took a course with one of my teachers where he taught us, he simply calls it codes. So it's the same idea. It is numbers. Numbers hold a frequency, and when you say them in a particular order, there is a certain energy that is transmitted to folks. So if you, in addition to the words for clearing, if you would like me to do a code, I am just going to do it on the spot. I'm not pulling any cards for that. I will tune in and see what you need as far as healing numbers. If you don't want that, that's totally fine. If you want both, just let me know that you want both. And what else do I want to say about that? All you really have to do is sit back and receive. I don't see anybody on right now, so I will stay on for about 10 or 15 minutes or so, see if anybody comes on with me. I thought tonight might be a good night. Tomorrow is a holiday, and I figured people might be busy doing things, and then being Monday night, they were, going to be getting their kids back, or they were going to be in school mode for the next day. Hi, Wendy. Nice to have you here. Thank you. So Wendy and I studied with the same teacher, and she also does code work. Do you want me to do a little clearing for you, Wendy? You can just let me know. I'm doing the SuperConnection, so I'm using the pendulum. I'm going to start with that first to clear with words. And if you want a code, let me know. And if you want a code and there's something specific you want me to do a code with you, just let me know what that is. It could be a word or a sentence, doesn't have to be too elaborate. There is a friend of mine that I'm not sure if she's going to be able to get on with us while I'm on, so I will do a clearing for Noelle as well. Okay, cool. I'm happy to do that for you, Wendy. Let's see, what else do I want to share with folks? I don't know. I think it'll come. So let me start with Wendy. And really, all anybody needs to do is just sit back and receive. So Wendy, for the first part of this, I'm just going to be working on the workbook. I don't need any prompts or anything like that. But if there's something you want me to do a code around, let me know. And if you don't plop anything in for the code, then I'll just see what comes through. And this is what I wanted to say. I did a couple of videos this past week, and I find myself touching my nose and itching my nose when I do videos. And this is not something that normally happens to me in everyday life. And I was really, really aware of it this week. I was like, wow, every time I do a talk and I do know what's going on. I don't know if this happens to anybody else. Itching for me on any part of the body means that energy is moving. So that is a good thing. Um, but I was just like, I'm not nervous, but I'm definitely like touching my nose and scratching an itch. So it's energy moving. All right, so let me start with Wendy. All right, so let me tune in and see what would like to be released tonight. All right, so Wendy, as I say these words, all you need to do is just tune in and see what you're feeling in your body. And here I go, scratching my face again. Oh, this is gonna be fun tonight. Okay, so all you need to do is notice if you feel anything in your body, or if any emotions come up, or if a memory comes up, anything like that. Hi, Lisa. Cool. I'm working with Wendy right now, and if you're interested, you can let me know if you'd like me to do some clearing for you as well. All right, so Wendy, the first word that I'm getting a yes on is the word hurt. So we are going to release hurt. Now, when I do this work, I want to let people know too that sometimes, not sometimes, but I'm definitely clearing for you. And sometimes this is clearing in the ancestral lineage as well. And sometimes for those of you that believe in having other lifetimes here on Earth or in other places, it can also touch on clearing other lifetimes. So it may not just be this incarnation for you. So that is a cool thing. Okay. And the next thing that wants to be released for Wendy is defeat. So the feeling of defeat. And for me, when I release these, you'll notice that I take some really like deep breaths in and out, and that helps me to release the energy even more. So if some of these words are feeling a little heavy for people, or if there's some emotion coming up, then just use your breath to release. And I also tell people that you can take the energy and move it from the top of your body all the way down, out through your feet, and ground it into Mother Earth. So that's another way if the feelings or emotions may feel a little big or overwhelming. So use your breath. Again, nothing special with the breath, just deep breath in, deep breath out, release. And then this is just another way to do it, is to take the energy from the top of your head and move it all the way down through your body and ground out through your feet. All right. And then the third energy that wants to be released for Wendy is belittlement. So the feeling of feeling belittled. The next one, Wendy, is entrapment. And again, if any of these feel heavy, just use your breath. Now, I will say that anyone watching this at all, either now or on the replay, if you're feeling any of these words, also when I'm working on one person, it's also for you. If you're resonating with it, maybe you get goosebumps, so it's also for you. And let's see if there's one more word for Wendy. And then we're going to release control. So that could be like feeling like you have to, feeling like there might be an excess of control on a situation, like you really feel like you need to come in and control something, or it could mean at the same time feeling controlled by a situation or maybe somebody else. And there's could be many, many other scenarios, but just to give you some examples. So I'm going to ask for these to be transmuted and rebooted for you, Wendy. Oh, cool. Just reading your comment. Ah, okay. So the next part I'm going to do is just fill you up with some love-based words. So these are positive words. So allow these words to, the way I like to think about it is allow them to kind of like pretend like you're in the shower and the words are being showered upon you. You can think of it like that. You can if you like to create a protective bubble, some people like to have a bubble of protection. You can put the words in that bubble. You can work with them however you'd like. So let's see how we can fill you up. Okay, beautiful. So the first one is respect. And this is about self-respect and also receiving respect from others. Now, this doesn't mean when I say this, when I work with people, it doesn't mean you don't have any self-respect. It just means more is coming in for you. Also, it does not mean other people don't respect you at all. It just means more of that is coming in for you. Okay, the next word, I really love this word for you, success. So success, allow yourself to feel that and really say yes, invite that in. The next one, security. See how that feels. Intuitive. Imaginative. And the last one is protection. Beautiful. Those are all beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm going to ask for those to be downloaded for you. And when I do this work, I ask how much of it was cleared and how much of it you were able to receive and accept, and I get 100%. I usually get 100%. That is usually typical, but sometimes I'll get anywhere from like 80, 85, 90, 95%. But I got 100% for you, so that's great. And if you're still here, Wendy, do you want a code? And if you want a code, is there something specific, or do you just want me to give you a code? And for those of you that have hopped on, like I know Lisa's here, Wendy and I have studied with one particular teacher, and she's also done the code work. So I'll give her a moment. She might have stepped away, but if you pop back in, Wendy, and you want a code, you just let me know. But I'll give it another minute. Oh, cool. Do you have anything specific or just whatever? Okay, so these are mini sessions. This is going to be how I'm going to do these tonight, is we'll do the clearing of the fear-based words. I'll fill you up with the love-based words. I'll do a code for those that want it. If some of you don't want the first part, but you just want a code, you let me know. And if you do want a code, is there something specific? Does your shoulder hurt? Lower back pain? Is there a work situation that you want me to focus on? So you can be specific, or you can just say nothing specific. Okay, cool. All right, so let me tune into Wendy. And then what I would say, and these are again are just really short and sweet little mini sessions. Please feel free to drink some extra water after the session. As we're moving some energy, your body might need some more water, so some hydration. And again, with any kind of healing or energy work that you get done, just stay as present as you can with your body and with your emotions, and see if anything comes up to clear. See if you're feeling anything. All right, so I'm just going to take a moment here and tune into Wendy and give her a code. So all that anybody has to do, I know that I've mentioned this before, Wendy is familiar with this work, but for anyone else, you just have to receive the numbers, allow the frequency of the numbers to come in, and then again, just notice anything that you are feeling in your body. And for some people, they may not feel anything at all, and that's totally fine too. 7, 7, 9, 6, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 6, 5, 8, 3, 6, 8, 9, 7, 8. Okay. I never know how long the codes are going to be. So some people might get like 3 numbers in a row. I lost track of how many that was for Wendy. So, and it helps me to close my eyes just so that I can tune in. And then Wendy will, if she noticed anything, she feel free to just drop a comment if you noticed anything at all with that. And you might be wondering, what is a common thing or uncommon thing to notice when you are receiving some code healing work? I got really hot when I was saying those numbers, so energy started building up for me. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Thanks so much, Wendy. Appreciate you being here. So I got hot, and that might be one thing. You might feel heat. You might feel cold. You might feel more expansiveness in your body. You might feel some contraction. And then there's like a million other things you could feel that sometimes people feel, just things that are maybe sometimes hard to put words to. So when I work on the next person, and it looks like Lisa's here, and I am happy to do a clearing and a code for you, Lisa. So when I get to the code part, just again, tune in, see how you're feeling, see if you notice anything different in your body. And yeah, if you want to, you don't have to share, but if you'd like to share in the comments, that would be lovely. Oh, Wendy says she had a little nausea with 2 of the numbers. Okay, yeah, and that's also common. It's common. Might be something that was being purged from your body. So thank you for that. The sensations typically with the code work, I have found, doesn't last too long, in the sense of like if it's an uncomfortable sensation. But sometimes they are purging things from our bodies. So if it's a little uncomfortable, like if you maybe get a slight headache or something, just know that that is a clearing and a release. All right. So thank you, Lisa, for being here. And let me tune into you. And again, anyone else that's watching, if any of these words resonate for you, if you get like a hit or something, then that word is also helping to clear for you. Okay, and Lisa, I don't know if you came in right at the beginning, so I'll just say this again, that this is clearing for you. This could be clearing also in your ancestral lineage. Also, if you believe in other lifetimes, this could also be touching on that as well. It's not always just specific to this particular lifetime, but it could be all three of those scenarios. So the first word or energy that wants to be released for you is jealousy. And again, if anything feels a little overwhelming or difficult or emotional, just use your breath to release. And the second word that I'm being drawn to is the word rage. So we are releasing rage. The next word is frustration. Anxiety and worry. Hostility. And the last one is blaming the self. Yeah, blaming the self. Okay. So let's take a nice deep breath in and out and just release. Let that go. I'm asking for all of these energies to be transmuted, please. Whether they are, whether they're related to a situation that Lisa's dealing with now, has in the past, maybe it's coming through the ancestral lineage or from another lifetime. Okay, so Lisa, I'm going to invite you to take a nice deep breath in and out, release. If it helps for you to ground through your feet, you can also release in that way. And then I'm going to give you the words to replace. So we're going to replace those words with sensitivity. And that, again, sometimes I need to explain some of these words. Does not mean you are not sensitive. It's replacing with the word sensitivity, and so filling you back up with that, but in a healthy way. So not that you are oversensitive, just maybe perhaps there were some areas where you weren't sensitive to things. So I don't know your particular situation, but that's just the word that's coming in. And the next word we're going to fill you up with is consideration. The next one is courage. The next one is empowerment. It's a nice strong word. So the last two, one is wholeness, and the last one is luck. And I'm going to ask for those to be downloaded. And I'm also getting for you, Lisa, that cleared for you at 100% and that you received it at 100%. Yep, and I'm reading your comment. Great. She's saying that she felt so much in her solar plexus and root with those words. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay. And I think that you said that you wanted a code as well. So let me just take a nice deep breath in and out. If you'd like to close your eyes, Lisa, you can. You don't have to. I'm just going to close my eyes and tune into a code. Did before I do that, do you have anything at all you want me to focus the code on? It could be a situation, a relationship, a pain in the body. If not, I will just give you a code for whatever you need. So if it's something specific, let me know. So I don't see anything specific coming through. So I will just tune in and give you just a code for general clearing. Okay. All right. Oh, chakra clearing. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Sounds good. 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 7, 3, 2, 5, 3, 6, 9, 6, 6, 4, 2, 9, 7, 3, 4, okay, that feels complete. So Lisa, if you want to, let me know if you felt anything with that. So interesting for me, I didn't feel any warmth or heat with that one, but definitely when I was speaking the codes for Wendy, I don't know if there was any change in color in my face, but I was definitely hot. So yeah, and sometimes it takes a couple minutes for it to settle in and for you to notice something. So if you didn't feel anything, Lisa, and you don't want to write anything, that's totally fine. You don't have to write anything. Just want to check in and see how that was for you. And again, make sure to have some water just to clear. And I'm going to a friend of mine who I don't know if she's able to come on live. I'm gonna do a clearing and a code for Noelle as well. Okay, so I'll work on Noelle and Thank you for... Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Oh, that's great. So Lisa says the code I could feel in my chakras, at least one number in each chakra, lots of contracting in the solar plexus. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, and if you want to listen to it again, feel free to do that. If you want to write them down, if you want to write the numbers down and speak them out loud yourself, you can also do that. The way that these work is they work in the moment, but it doesn't mean that you can't repeat them again. So you can absolutely repeat them. You can say them out loud. You can write them on a piece of paper if you'd like. Um, when I was doing the work with the card deck, you could write the piece of paper, write the number, sorry, on a piece of paper and tuck that piece of paper in your pocket or in your purse, or slip it in your pillowcase so you were sleeping with it at night, so that vibration, that healing energy is still working through. So you are more than welcome to do that. If you'd like, you don't have to. You don't have to. It could just be complete in this moment. All right, so I'm going to tune into Noelle, and we'll do some of the clearing, the emotional, energetic clearing. All right, so Noelle, when you are watching this, and I'm going to make a little note that it's around the 31-minute mark, so I can let her know. All right, so Noelle, for you, we are releasing, what wants to release tonight is stress. Oversensitive. Feeling unappreciated. Hopelessness. Inadequacy. And aggression. So I've worked with Noelle before. She knows how this works, but for anyone listening now or later, these words could be touching on this lifetime, could be touching on this moment in time, but not necessarily. The reason that we need to clear things is because we may have had an experience, or even a thought, a limiting belief that we did not clear, something that doesn't really help us move forward in life, but for some reason our brain kind of latched on and maybe has a limiting belief, or could be something tucked in our brain somewhere. We filed a situation or experience away, maybe some hurt around something, and we filed that away. Could be from childhood. But, and again, Noelle knows this, but for anybody listening, this could be tapping into something in your ancestral lineage or in another timeline, a past life, future life. We are multi-dimensional beings, so it could be another lifetime that you are currently experiencing. So we are releasing on all of those levels. All right, so I'm going to ask for that to be transmuted, please, for Noelle. And again, anyone watching that's feeling any of that, just use your breath. Take a nice deep breath in and out. So for Noelle, we're going to replace all of that with benevolence, confidence, happiness, worth, respect, and this is specifically respect from others, so receiving more respect from others. and powerful. Very nice. All right, so I'm asking for that to be downloaded so she can receive all of that. And that also cleared at 100% Noel for you, and you were able to accept all of that. Great. Okay, so I'm going to take a nice deep breath in and out, and I'm going to do a code for Noel. And anybody watching this, again, feel free to just listen and see if you notice anything. 6, 9, 7, 3, 2, 4, 9, 7, 9, 9, 8, 3, 2, 6, 4, 8, 9, 7, 3, 2, 9, 7, 3, 6, 5, 3, 8, 9, 'All right. That was a long one, it felt like. All right, so that was the code for Noel. All right, awesome. So if anybody else is on live and would like a clearing or a code, just let me know. And I'll wait a couple more minutes. What the last thing I'll say is I'm putting some finishing touches on an offer for this work where people can ask for me to do this as a one-time thing. And what that will look like is they'll get a little mini recording sent to your email. And I'm going to do exactly what I did just now. I will do some clearing of fear-based words, and then I'll replace with the love-based words, and then I'll give you a code. So I'm going to have an option where people can just buy that, and I'll be able to send something to your email via a voice clip. And then I'm also just, again, putting finishing touches on the same exact thing, only you'll be able to buy 4 weeks of it. So whenever you purchase it, I will get that out to you. It shouldn't take more than 48 hours, but usually I should be able to get that out to you on the same day. And then I will get you'll have 3 more weeks of that, so you'll get another clearing week 2, another clearing week 3 and 4, again all sent to your email, and I will get that out to people by Tuesday of those following weeks. So if, for example, the first week you purchase it on Thursday, you should get it on a Friday, Saturday, and then for week 2, your week 2 will start that following Tuesday, and you'll get that all in your email. So I think that might be it for tonight. I don't know if anybody else is on, but if anybody watches the replay at some point and has any feedback, or if any of the codes, you know, if you felt anything with any of the codes, I'd love to know. Or if you felt anything with the words releasing for you. This work for me, I will say that, with my super connection work, I'm calling them transformation sessions, but with that work, I do have a workbook of, there's at least 60 charts here that I work with people. And I use a pendulum to pinpoint where people are stuck, where we need to go, what we need to release. As so that is, I'm just giving you a little bit of background because that is like an hour session that I do with people. The reason that I came up with this little mini session and the mini offering that I'm going to be putting out is sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and I feel like kind of heavy. I feel like there's some emotional stuff that I'm not quite sure where it's coming from. Was I processing things in my sleep? Was I processing things from the day before or the week before? Or am I feeling anxious about something, or kind of dreading that I have to do something, or maybe make a phone call or something like that? And I'll wake up with this anxiety. And instead of doing like a full-blown session on myself, or even like 10 or 15 minutes, a lot of times I will just clear what I just did for you guys. I will clear the fear-based emotions. I'll release that, and then I'll fill up with the love-based words. And I honestly feel better in a matter of like 2 or 3 minutes. This work works very quickly, and it's very easy. So as you could see, you all were just receiving, and if you choose to do an email, report with me at any time in the future, I will just leave that up as an offering on my menu list, so you can take advantage of it whenever you'd like. It's not like something that's, a limited time offer. It will just be there. So if you're feeling heavy and you don't know quite what's going on, but you don't want to do a full session, this would be the perfect thing to do, is just, purchase the one-off little report, and I will send you a clip via email. And if you'd like a support for a whole month, then you can do the 4-pack. Hey, Dawn. Oh, that's okay. I'm still here. I'm happy to do a clearing for you, and I'm doing codes as well. I'm doing frequency codes. So if you'd like, just say yes. You can say yes, I'd love both, or you can say just do the emotional clearing, or just the code work. The codes are frequency numbers. I'm happy to do, that for you. If you just want to watch the replay, that's fine too. It's up to you. And if you do want me to do a code, so I'll just be speaking numbers. If there's something specific you want with that, let me know. Oh, sure. Okay. So the first part, I'm just going to clear the emotions. I'm going to clear the fear-based emotions and replace with love-based. So for that, just sit back and receive and notice anything that you feel anywhere in your body, in your emotional body. You know the drill. When I'm done with that, if there's something specific you want me to give you a code on, let me know, like a physical pain or just anything. And if there isn't anything specific, then you can just say there's nothing specific, but you'd still like a code. I'm glad you're here. All right, so for Dawn, we're clearing loss. And again, Dawn, if anything is feeling heavy or if it feels tight in your body, just use your breath to release. Breath, and also ground out through your feet. Or you might have some other practices to help you release. The next energy we want to release is feeling unappreciated. The next one is worthlessness. And then hopelessness. Upset. And last one, abandonment. So I'm just going to use my breath to release all of that. The one I felt like a little kind of twinge in my chest was the word upset. That one felt like it had the most charge. I don't know if that's the case for you, but that's the one that felt like it had the most charge for me. So I'm going to ask for all of that to be transmuted, please. Transmuted and rebooted, whether that is coming through this lifetime for Dawn, through her ancestral lineage, or from another timeline. And I'm just going to take a little water. Okay. So let's fill you back up with some nice, beautiful, love-based words. Okay, so the first one we're going to fill you back up with is empathy. And the next one is resourcefulness. Oh, nice. Trust. That's a nice word. Worth. Talent. And appreciation. Very nice. What was that word? Yeah, I think you got unappreciated on the flip side. So we're going to fill you back up with appreciation. Very nice. Whether that is coming from you or coming from the outside world. And I'm going to ask for those to be downloaded to you. And I'm getting that cleared for you at 100%. So that's great. So if you noticed anything, if you want to share anything, let me know. And Dawn, do you want a code for anything specific or just whatever comes through? And if anybody else is watching that is interested, let me know. So I was asked, I've been asked before, how does this work distance-wise? You can't see what I'm using a pendulum. I have a pendulum here, and I'm hovering the pendulum over my workbook. And I'll get a yes or a no. So the pendulum is, I'll hover it over the words, and usually I get no's and then I get a yes. So when I get a yes, I say that word. So just if anyone's wondering how this works distance wise, it's complicated, and it's also not complicated. So we've all had the experience of thinking about someone and then the phone rings and it's that person. That's energy. That's energy. So what I'm doing is tuning in to the person, and for me, I use a pendulum as a tool. Other people will use cards, or other people will just tune in, and it's their intuition that's giving them the information. So the modality that I studied, we do work with a pendulum to get the information. Okay, so I'm happy to give you a code. Oh, yeah, made me so lightheaded. Okay. So, ground, you know, with your feet or your sit bones, make a connection to the earth somehow. And I really just like to use my breath. So, the lightheadedness, I don't know for you, it might just be clearing something. And again, I've just been saying this, since I started. Drink lots of water. Um, so it's not a bad thing, and it should clear, and maybe the code will help. The code may make you feel a little more lightheaded if there's something that needs to be cleared in your energy body and your physical body. So just be aware of that. Okay, so I'll tune in. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot, Dawn. Your codes are coming in. Your codes are coming in, and I haven't even started. Oh, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me just get that pillow out of the way. Whew. I don't know what's going on with you. Yeah, it's moving a lot, huh? Yeah, I am hot. Wow, this is crazy. The first person I worked on, I got really hot when I was saying codes for Wendy. It didn't get hot when I was doing codes for Lisa, but I haven't even started with you. Crazy. Okay, here we go. So again, just sit back and receive. And here's my nose again itching because that means energy's moving. Okay. I don't know how long this will be, Dawn, but you know, it'll go for as long as it goes. It shouldn't be more than a minute or two. Okay, so 3, 7, 9, 3, 6, 7, 2, 6, 9, 9, 7, 3, 4, 6, 4, 7, 2, 9, 4, 7, 4, 3, 9, 1, 3, 6, 8, 4, 6, 3, 2, 7, 3, 2. Okay. So, yeah, that finally finished. So, I was feeling, now I'm wanting to put my sweater back on, and I was feeling a little warm. I was feeling a little tight in my chest, just a smidge. At one point, I at one point I was feeling lightheaded. I was like, "Oh, yep, feeling lightheaded," but just for like 2 or 3 numbers. So, would love to hear, Dawn, how was that for you? Did you notice anything? Did anything shift? I think you're the last one on with me, so I'm gonna wait to just see if you write something, and then I'll end for tonight. So that puts me at about an hour, which is what I was hoping to do anyway. Um, so nausea, full body vibrations still moving through. Yep, wonderful. As you know, just stay with it. Dawn's a practitioner, a really seasoned practitioner. So she's just gonna stay with the sensations. Just let them move their move, do their work. You're so welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm so happy that you could join. I did this, I was thinking about doing this all day, but I didn't put anything out because I wanted to make sure I was going to do it. And I thought, all right, it's Sunday. I don't know if people are around, but it's a holiday weekend. And I thought Monday night, people might be like working on all the things for getting kids like, back in school mode for Tuesday. So I thought that Sunday would be a good night, but who knows? Maybe I'll do it tonight. I mean, maybe I'll do it tomorrow night too. Depends. I might do it tomorrow night. So I will um, tidy up my offer and drop that in the comment section probably tomorrow. And I think, Dawn, you came in when I was talking about it. I'm going to offer people like a little, not a report. I'm going to do a voice clip of this for folks. So I'll do a quick clearing of the emotions that are trapped, and I will do the fill them back up, and then I'll give people a code. And just like tonight, if somebody said, oh yeah, I've got some, really stubborn lower back pain I've been dealing with, I want a code for that, I'll give you a code for that. If people just want to keep it general and are just like, just give me a code for whatever, then that's what I will do. I will have like a one-off, so if people are feeling a little out of sorts and a little funky, they can get a one-off. And I also do a series of 4 where they'll just buy 4 weeks all together. They'll start week 1 with me, and then I will do the same thing for 3 more weeks for folks. So thank you everybody for coming on with me and doing a little clearing. Thanks, Dawn, for being here at the end. I'm gonna let my friend Noelle know that I did some clearing for her too. So I'll say good night to everybody. See you all next time. I hope everybody has a really wonderful evening. Take good care, everybody. Good night. See you next time.